Welcome to the Deep Dive. This is where we take your sources, your notes, your articles, whatever you've got, and really pull out the key insights.
Yeah, we break it all down, give you the surprising facts, maybe a bit of humor, keep you hooked.
And today, wow, you've handed us some really fascinating stuff. We're looking at a football match that, well, it made headlines.
Absolutely. A truly historic result.
We're going deep into the secrets behind the Seattle Sounders' unbelievable 7-0 win over Cruz Azul.
7-0. Still sounds incredible.
So think of this as your step-by-step guide. How does a team just completely dismantle a reigning champion like that? With such clinical precision.
Exactly. What were the key moments? Who really stood out?
And what does it all mean, in the bigger picture for the Sounders? Okay, let's get into it and unpack this for you.
Right. And first, you really need to grasp the context. Cruz Azul, they weren't just any team. They were the reigning CONCACAF Champions Cup winners. A giant.
Yeah, big name.
So a 7-0 scoreline against them. That's not luck. It's not just a weird result. There are specific things happening tactically, mentally. That's what we need to dig into.
Absolutely. So let's start this step-by-step breakdown with the first half, because maybe surprisingly, given the final score, it ended 0-0.
Right. No goals in the first 45, but don't let that fool you.
No, definitely not. The Sounders were really laying the groundwork, especially in those opening 20 minutes. They were dominant, created some big chances.
Setting the stage.
Like, take the 9th minute. Christian Roldan, he gets the ball around midfield, turns, and just drives right at the Cruz Azul defense.
Yeah, a really positive run.
He lets fly from the top of the box, and the shot just skips like inches past the far post. So close.
Agonizingly close. You could feel the intent there.
Then, just 3 minutes later, 12th minute, Jesus Ferreira puts the ball in the net from 6 yards out. Huge celebration.
Right? You think they're off and running?
But no. The flag goes up. Alex Roldan, offside in the build-up. Goal disallowed.
Oof, that early frustration.
Yeah. And what's really interesting about these moments, even though they didn't score.
Right, you could see what they were trying to do. They weren't sitting back. They were aggressive from the start, pressing high, looking for those openings.
Exactly. Signaling their intent, as you said.
It was like they were saying, we're not intimidated. And those fine margins, Roldan's shot, the offside call, shows the tactical plan was there, just needed that final piece.
So did Cruz Azul, the champions, manage to respond? Did they create much after that initial Sounders pressure?
Well, they had one really dangerous moment. Omar Campos, remember him from LAFC?
Sure do.
He hit the near post after a quick counterattack. That was their best look, really.
Just the one major chance for a team like Cruz Azul.
Pretty much. For most of that first half, especially after the opening bit, the Sounders kept them pretty quiet. Speaks volumes about Seattle's organization off the ball.
So, okay, summing up the first half, early Sounders dominance, some near misses, a bit of frustration, and then it kind of settled down, became more tactical, maybe?
Right. Yeah, exactly. After those early chances didn't quite come off, the latter part of the half was, well, pretty quiet. Not many clear-cut chances for either side.
Kind of tense, almost.
Deceptively so. And that quiet ending, it really set the stage perfectly for what came next. You just felt something had to break open.
Break open it did. This is where it gets really wild, where those secrets start popping up for you. The Sounders didn't just edge ahead, they blew the doors off in the first 5 minutes of the second half.
It was incredible, like a switch flipped.
Total whirlwind. First, the deadlock is broken. 48th minute, Albert Rusnak whips in a corner.
Oh, great delivery.
And Ymar just climbs highest. Towering header, goal, 1-0. The place erupts.
Finally, you could feel the relief.
And then, before you can even catch your breath, 2 minutes later, 50th minute, Obed Vargas makes it 2.
This one was a bit fortunate, maybe.
Yeah, his shot from the top of the box takes a big deflection off Willardita, loops over the keeper Mir. 2-0, just like that.
Wow. That sequence, those two goals so quickly together, it really makes you wonder, what was said at halftime?
Right, what changed?
Because the speed, the decisiveness, it was completely different. Okay, the Vargas goal had luck, but you make your own luck, right?
Yeah.
He took the shot, showed that intensity.
And for Vargas, only 19, that's a huge moment, kind of a statement.
Absolutely. Setting the tone early in the half, it was crucial.
And the pressure just kept coming. They didn't sit back on 2-0. Remember that disallowed goal theme?
Oh, yeah.
54th minute, Ferreira scores again, makes it 3.
So you thought?
Not again.
Yep. Video review. Knew who judged offside in the build-up. Goal number 2 chalked off for Ferreira. Imagine that feeling.
Just brutal. The frustration must have been immense. And this is key.
They didn't crumble. They stayed focused, which is incredible, really.
That's the mental fortitude we talked about. This is a massive part of the secret here. To have that happen twice and still keep attacking, that shows incredible resilience.
And it paid off. Just 4 minutes later, 58th minute, Ferreira finally gets his goal. Third time lucky. How did it happen?
Another Rusnak corner. Christian Roldan flicks it on with a header at the near post.
Great awareness from Roldan.
And Ferreira is right there at the back post to smash it home. Beats his man, one-time finish, 3-0. You could see the relief on his face.
Fantastic. And notice, it's building on those set pieces again. They found a weakness and exploited it ruthlessly. That wasn't luck anymore. It was execution.
Definitely. And the floodgates were well and truly open now. Goal number 4. This was lovely team play.
Tell me about it.
It starts with Obed Vargas again. He does some great work, slips it to Ryan Kent.
Kent providing the whip.
And Kent squares it perfectly for Osaz de Rosario, the rookie. Right on the doorstep, simple tap in, but the buildup was class. 4-0.
And Vargas involved again, not just the goal, but that wonderful bit of skill, as the source called it, to unlock the defense for Kent's pass.
Yeah, he was everywhere.
He wasn't just playing well for a 19-year-old. He was genuinely bossing the midfield, dictating play, creating chances. That kind of control is huge. It stifles the opponent and fuels your own attack, absolutely central to the demolition.
And the scoring wasn't done. Not by a long shot. The substitutions played a huge part too. Another secret weapon, maybe?
Depth is crucial, especially in tournaments.
Right. So Pedro de la Vega comes on and scores with his first touch. 76th minute.
Wow. Instant impact. How did that unfold?
Danny Leyva plays it into Ferreira in the box. Ferreira turns, pokes it square to De La Vega.
And bang.
Bang. One-time shot. Laser. Rings up the far post and in. 5-0. Just incredible skill.
That speaks volumes about the quality on the bench. To bring someone on who can do that immediately, it just keeps the pressure relentlessly high. A divine piece of technical skill indeed. No let up.
None at all. Ferrer almost got another in the 87th, but Mir made a good save.
He was desperate for that second goal.
But then a minute later, 88th minute, goal number 6.
Yep.
Leyva takes a free kick. Mir saves it onto the crossbar. And Nuhu is right there to head it into the empty net. 6-0. Just pouncing on everything.
That killer instinct again. Even at 5-0 up, they're crashing the box on free kicks, fighting for rebounds, no complacency. That's how you get these historic scorelines.
And then the cherry on top. The absolute coup de grace. First minute of stoppage time.
De La Vega again.
De La Vega again. Alex Roldan whips in across from the right, and De La Vega meets it on the volley. First time. Unbelievable technique.
Oh, you remember seeing that one. Just stunning.
Flies into the net. 7-0. Our sources called it one of the best hits of the season. A perfect ending.
That goal just summed it all up, didn't it? The confidence, the skill, the ruthlessness. It wasn't just a win, it was a statement. You could almost feel Cruz Azul mentally breaking by that point. Utter domination capped by artistry.
So looking at the bigger picture for you, the 7-0 win, it's historic, obviously, especially against the CONCACAF champs, and it pushed the Sounders' unbeaten run to 7 games.
Right. 4 wins, 3 draws since the Club World Cup trip. They found some serious form.
And crucially for their current campaign.
Yeah, this win locked up first place in their MLS League's Cup group. Sets them up nicely for the knockout rounds against teams like Santos Laguna, Club Tijuana. It's not just one great night. It builds massive momentum.
Okay, so for you listening, trying to really grasp the secrets here, our sources pulled out 3 key takeaways that really nail it.
Yeah, these really get to the heart of why it happened.
First one, De La Vega can't stop scoring. I mean, 4 goals in his last 3 matches. He's been totally electric since moving to the left wing.
Instant impact, like we saw. That final goal was just wow.
So why does this matter so much? What's the deeper secret behind his form?
Well, it's about unlocking a player's potential through a tactical shift. Moving him left wasn't just a whim. It leverages his dribbling, his finishing, lets him isolate defenders. It adds a whole new threat that defenses have to account for, which, opens space elsewhere. It's a designated player finding top gear at the perfect time. That's a huge weapon.
Makes sense. Okay, takeaway number 2. Vargas makes statement. We talked about him, 19 years old, budding Mexican international MLS All-Star.
And he absolutely bossed the midfield all night.
Scored, got that secondary assist on De Rosario's goal with that bit of skill. So why is a young player stepping up like this such a key secret?
It really raises that point about youth development paying off. He wasn't just playing, he was dictating in a massive game, showed incredible maturity. Having that kind of control in central midfield, breaking up play, driving forward, it's fundamental. It's the engine room. Without that control, a 7-0 doesn't happen.
Right, you need that foundation. And the third takeaway, Ymar opens 2025 account. His first goal of the year, that header that started the avalanche.
Perfectly timed goal. Yeah.
But crucially, the sources note, he also did his job defensively, kept Cruz Azul off the board. Why is that combo from a center back so vital?
Because it shows total team performance. Defensive solidity, especially a clean sheet against a top attack like Cruz Azul's, is just as important as the goals. When your center back is not only locking things down, but also scoring decisive goals, that's invaluable. It means the whole system from back to front is clicking perfectly. That's the sign of a complete dominant performance.
So, wrapping it all up for you, those secrets of the 7-0 win, step by step. It really comes down to that relentless second-half pressure, didn't it?
Absolutely. Clinical finishing from multiple players, too.
Yeah, and those impactful subs keeping the foot on the gas. Plus standout individual moments from guys like Vargas, De La Vega, Ymar.
It was just a masterclass all around. Tactical execution, mental strength, individual brilliance.
It really was.
You know, it does raise an interesting final question for you to think about. When you see a scoreline like this kind of complete demolition, how much is it purely down to the winning team just being brilliant on the day?
Right, their execution being perfect.
Exactly. Versus how much does it also reflect maybe a mental collapse or an unraveling from the opponent under that intense pressure? What do you think is the defining factor in these truly historic blowouts? Something to chew on.
Definitely something to think about. Well, thank you for sharing these sources and letting us really dig into this incredible match with you.
Yeah, fascinating stuff.
We hope you feel well informed, maybe found some insights you didn't expect. Keep digging into whatever catches your interest. Until next time, keep exploring.